Tennessee ready to go, as are we. Jariah Warren in the starting five for Florida tonight. Let's go. Rickea Jackson, jumping center, tips it into the backcourt. It's controlled by her former teammates at Mississippi State, Aliyah Matharu, and we are underway here in Knoxville.
You're saying player to player from Tennessee out of the gate. A key for the Lady Vols is can they contain the dribble penetration of the Gators?
Matharu takes it to the basket quickly. Stripling with the rebound, and here comes Tennessee. Both teams would like to push tempo. They do like to run, and there is Warren getting a steal right away to take it away for Florida. Tennessee has struggled to take care of the basketball.
Whitmer, we talked about the two slow starts, double-digit turnovers in both the first two SEC games for the Lady Vols.
You got a quick look at the starting five for each team, and now we can talk about the starters in a little bit more detail. You start the starting five for Florida without Rickea Jackson, the senior post from Indiana, out with an injury. How does that impact this Florida team here today?
Well, that was a true post presence, 6'6" post that's not dressed here today for the Gators. Already lean in terms of post depth, really important for Faith Dute, who's now moving to the 5 spot to be able to stay on the floor here tonight.
Powell makes the first free throw. The foul on Warren.
Well, as well as Rickea Jackson's been playing. That might be the only way to slow her down right now.
That's like a handicap that a golfer would have to give to an opponent. Rimdahl on the floater, 4-2.
Can they keep the Gators in front of them one-on-one? And on this end, this is where Tennessee has the advantage. They have the height advantage, and they want to try to get the ball inside, unless, but in true Tennessee fashion, they're still going to play with pace, even if they're down a player.
There's some moments where you should really pump the brakes, I think. Faith Dute with a strong take to the basket. That won't drop. Advantage here tonight for Tennessee. But the speed advantage may belong to Layla Reynolds and Florida. There is the freshman. She is the only freshman on either team.
And Kelly Ray Finley saying it's important for Reynolds to get going offensively here this evening. That's got to make the head coach happy.
Jewel Spear with the kick. Puckett has the range.
Miscommunication and transition defense by Tennessee allows Matharu to get all the way to the rim.
Nothing doing for Jackson so far. And you can erase one. So she hasn't played the minimum necessary to be among the conference leaders. Ooh, nice rebound by Powell hanging in the air. Puckett again. Yes. 3 for 3 from outside the three-point line to put Tennessee on top by 7. Warren down the lane. Count it, and the foul. 5:02 to go here in the first quarter. Faith Dute back into the game, and she gets fouled, and we'll head. Tess Darby's in the game as well. That Florida's going to have to deal with. Powell will bring it back out. Rimdahl bumped off by Tamari Key, who spins down low to post up. Fights it in for 2. Set the screen up top. Got the basket. Rimdahl with a crossover. Took it over Tamari Key. 4-2. Birdie Rim selection last year. Jackson's got a launch. It's a shot clock winding down. Hollingshed dribble away. And in the Kentucky game, being that difference maker, that gatekeeper that you said, she is the key master of that gate.
Kyle, that maybe players might try to do too much. No, they are pushing tempo. They're looking for easy scoring opportunities. And so far, the Gators have been able to get consistently downhill into the rim. It's a good prelude.
That's a pretty good warm-up. Oh, how about Correa?
They are being slow on closeouts. There's no reason Correa gets any space when she's at the three-point line. And the difference for Tennessee in the second half is they dictated. That's what they're going to have to do. One of the hottest three-point shooters in the SEC right now. You have to be there on the catch or that shot's going up.
That shot's going up, and she is fouled.
Came down on that foot.
Yeah. And when you're a scorer at her rate that she is right now, 25 points a game, last 2 games.
I think shot selection for Florida is also key here this evening. Missed threes will allow Tennessee to get out and run and not get set up in the half court. You see the 5-out motion offense by Florida.
And a traveling violation. Win at the 1 right now for Tennessee. Back out to Key. They'll let her have that shot. She'll take it. And she'll make it. Broughton open look. Knocks it down for 2. Zippy Broughton just a battler. She's fought through shoulder problems. Didn't play at all last year. You can see it's still taped up pretty well, but she knocked that down. Tennessee ball to start quarter number 2 with Florida on top after 1. Tennessee went the last 3:41 of that first quarter, going 2 of 15 from the field.
And those 2 makes, both by Tamari Key.
Puckett back into the game. She had the spark right at the start with those 3 3-pointers. Can't hold on to the rebound. Correa trying to track down the basketball. Puckett took a little bit of an awkward fall.
See Tennessee make the switch off that on-ball screen.
Matharu, tough take for Aaliyah Matharu. First foul on Kindred. Hollingshed off the mark, and Matharu's got the rebound. You know what she wants to do? She wants to run, and it's tough to keep up with her.
There's an old adage, speed kills. And that's what you're seeing right now from Matharu.
Largest lead for Florida. Good start here in the quarter, and another Tennessee turnover. Matharu looking for more. Jackson with the rebound, has trouble controlling it. Rimdahl drops it down. Kindred inside. And a timeout called by Tennessee.
So far, Jackson 1 for 5 from the field for 2 points.
Been in the corner, and Matharu was hesitant in getting it to her. Again, this is a Gator ball club. Doesn't really have a true point guard on the roster. Matharu filling that role for the team.
Rimdahl will try again and make it. 3-pointer for Birdie Rimdahl. Florida has a double-digit lead at Tennessee. Strickland. Jackson trying to find it on the offensive glass and gets the putback.
I know I say this every time we cover Rickea Jackson. She's just a matchup issue for teams. If you go bigger on her, she'll pull you out. If you go small like Zippy Broughton is, she'll beat you down low.
Broughton off the window for 2. Used to be so much more, but she's been battling through that shoulder problem over the last couple of years.
Zippy Broughton listed all of 5'7" right now, matched up with Rickea Jackson in the half court.
3 score on this Tennessee team at better than 11 points a game.
Tennessee going to the 2-3 matchup now in the half court.
What do you do against the zone? You try the 3, and Zippy Broughton is dialed in right now for the Gators. Puckett off balance, 2 gets the roll. Defending Rimdahl. Challenge shot won't drop. Strickland fights for the rebound. 5.5 to go, first half. Gators were up 2 after 1. They've outscored Florida 14-9. Broughton can't get it. Kindred back to Rimdahl.
Smart play by Kindred not to try to take that shot up. Unfortunately, the Gators turn it over.
Spear takes it to the basket. Count it, and the foul. Correa with the foul, her first personal. Crowd starts to get back into it. 4-point game.
It's time for Correa to get a shot. Job of probing in the half court and setting her teammates up here so far in this game.
Her career high came against Tennessee last year when she went for 21.
Salgas. That's going to be a traveling violation.
Florida's leading scorer, Matharu, on the bench with 2 personal fouls, averaging 18 points a game. Puckett, 5 of 7 shooting. And it's a 1-possession game. That's tipped in the backcourt. Rickea Jackson back into the game for Tennessee. Trying to dial things up on the defensive end. Reynolds, the freshman, through traffic, draws the foul. Layla Reynolds, freshman from Brandywine, Maryland. We, of course, very high on this youngster who's gone for 20 in a game this year, had 18 against Georgia Tech. So she's had some good moments in her first year in Gainesville.
Well, here's the stat on Layla Reynolds. When Florida wins, she's averaging 10 points a game. When Florida loses, only 5. When Tamari Key is in, I would get Faith Duke out and face. Make Key make a decision. If she's going to stay in the paint, let Duke shoot from the outside.
Duke knocked it away. Warren gets called.
Tennessee had a 7-point lead in the first quarter. In the second, but now at the free throw line, Spear has tied it up.
Against Kentucky, Spear was the offensive catalyst. We're seeing that again here in the second quarter tonight.
Yeah, late in that first half, she had that spark. Correa, she goes to the bench for the rest of the half. 13 points for Puckett to lead all scorers.
Double down screen. And now they'll get Spear on another one.
Kaya Wynn looks for her shot and finds it.
Some weave action by Florida.
Dude, nice little fake to get Tamari Key to leave her feet for a split second. Shot clock is off. Spear with 5. Spear on the drive. Off the window for 2. Chance perhaps for one final heave. That is how the first half will end.
She took what the defense gave her. She was able to go steal and score. She faked the on-ball screen as well, and was just offense for the Lady Vols.
First possession of the third quarter. It starts with Florida. And right away, they get some points on the board, and they retake the lead.
Kelly Ray Finley said, Layla Reynolds pull up.
Powell looks for contact, will earn a tribute to get back into things in that first half.
Absolutely. I mean, she is the... And this is just where she's got to understand sometimes it's better to give away the 2 points than try to challenge and contest. See Tennessee switching on that horns action by Florida.
Dukes spinning inside. Pretty move after this free throw with the 3 personal fouls.
I disagree with the call, yes.
Spear out to Key. Jackson off of Duke's foot, but into the hands of Key. Spear, yes. And a chance to add to it after a miss by Reynolds. Jackson on the drive. Warren the foul. Along with Kindred for Florida as Duke Rimdahl checked out.
Florida had 18 bench points in that first half. And have to repeat, Kyle not being here for the Gators. What I've liked is everybody has stayed in their role and they are working hard. The bench is going to have to continue to come up big now with Matharu on the bench.
How long do you leave Matharu on the bench if you're Kelly Ray Finley?
I think as long as the Gators are within striking distance.
Oh, that's going to drop. What a basket for the freshman and a chance for a 3-point play.
From her seat on the floor.
It celebrates from her seat on the floor. Reynolds with 8 to go along with 3 rebounds and an assist. The foul on Key, her first.
I want to see Tennessee either get to the rim or feed their bigs in the paint.
Powell looks to attack.
Can't get it. Hollingshed goes to the offensive boards. Gets the putback and the foul. Matharu is into the game now for Florida with the 3. Dukes. Tamari Key gets the block.
Love the fearless nature of the freshman, but you got to know to pull up short with that pull-up jumper.
Shot clock down to 5. Broughton takes a peek at it, but gets called for the carry. Powell again gets to the lane and gets 2. Powell in that Kentucky game filled up the stat sheet. Matharu knows how to fill up the stat sheet.
Faith Duke fronting. Key, you got her good.
Key inside with the left hand for 2. 8 points for Key. Her last full season was the 2021-2022 season. That won't drop, but Matharu will head to the free. Well, Jackson and Matharu will be within conversation distance. That team, when they were freshmen, lost to South Carolina in the SEC championship game. They were teammates the next season in Starkville. Then they went their separate ways. Jackson now with Tennessee and Matharu. Duke picks up her first personal foul, and here is Jackson at the free throw line. 7th game total on the season. She's gone for 20 or more 4 times this season. Rimdahl. Again, there's Tamari Key, who will make you rethink taking a shot. Good pass inside and a good finish. Jackson off balance for 2. Jackson with 10. Reynolds tries to take it at Hollingshed with Key coming over to help and a foul call. Hollingshed, she'll head to the bench. Kindred, she's been gritty and tough. That's batted out of bounds, and it will be Florida. Dukes, another good move to get around Tamari Key for 2.
Well, I like that because she just does that slight head fake to make Tamari Key commit to try to block and know she's got the length and the speed to get by her.
7 points for Duke, averaging 5 points a game on the season. Now trying to hang in there defensively against Key. Battle for the loose ball, won by Matharu, who is fouled. Both teams over the limit, so 2 free throws here for Matharu. 65%. 1 and 2. Jackson tried to make the extra pass to Key, but then threw it away.
Kelly Harper saying to you and I, we play better when we turn it over more, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. But then I went through the stats, and it's true. They have 17 turnovers in their wins on the season, just 15 on the loss.
You just thought that's what coaches told themselves to make themselves feel better. That's what makes you feel better right there. Caroline Strickland bearing a 3-pointer. Tennessee by 4, final minute of the 3rd. Rimdahl waits for the Duke screen. Broughton puts it on the deck. Broughton to the basket for 2. First points of the second half for Zippy. She's got 9. It's a new season high for her. Tennessee holding for 1. Jackson spinning and scoring. That will do it for the 3rd quarter in a 4-point game. If they're going to win here on the road, what has to happen here in the 4th quarter?
First of all, Matharu needs to avoid that 4th foul and stay on the floor. And I want to see this. I want to see Faith Duke come out of the paint to open up the paint to let those guards create off the bounce.
Here's one of those guards, Zippy Broughton for Matharu. Powell there to meet her. Matharu challenge shot, but she makes it. Tough shot by Aaliyah Matharu.
I mean, that was great defense by Powell, just even better offense by Matharu. What I probably should have said for Florida, somehow they got to figure out a way to stop Rickea Jackson here in the 4th quarter.
Florida's got Warren on the floor right now with 4 personal fouls. Shot clock at 7 for Spear. Kick to the corner, Strickland. Can't get the 3. Puckett with the putback. First points of the second half for Puckett, who had 13 in the first half. Looking for Doot on the post up against Striplin. They go over the top. Striplin stood her ground and knocked it away. Now Spear. She'll head to the line. Spear a perfect 4 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. Free throw shooting's been excellent for Tennessee. Rimdahl, yes.
Striplin down on the block and just gets by her.
Deep 3 by Striplin, no. Rebound pulled down by Reynolds. Here's Matharu. Matharu all the way, and a trip to the line for Aaliyah Matharu. Tennessee at 86% from the line. Reynolds with her first foul. That won't drop for Jackson. Here come the Gators. They want to run. Look at the quick push. Reynolds to the basket. Too strong. Kindred again in the fight for Florida. Still knocking it around. And Reynolds will go to the free throw line. 2 fouls on Powell. Striplin on the floor, by the way, with 4. I think he can rebound. No roll for Reynolds. That won't drop in for Spear. Jackson can't get the putback. Bodies continue to fight, and a foul is called on Florida. Tennessee continues their good. Number 16, Auburn will take on LSU. Jackson there defensively. Rimdahl on the pull-up. No, one and done for the Gators. Wynn found an opening, but then closing the door was Correa. Now with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Matharu doesn't get the roll. Puckett's got the rebound. For Wynn. Hollingshed. Puckett calls for it and makes the 3. Hit 3 threes in the first quarter to get Tennessee going. Lady Vols fell behind by 12 in the first half, but they have mounted another SEC comeback. Zippy brought in Selection Sunday and the bubble and all that. But as we've seen, when Selection Sunday rolls around, it comes down to perhaps there was one game in January.
I really don't believe Tennessee has a bad loss. All of their losses are to teams that are currently in the field.
Talk about the losses for Tennessee. 4-4 without Rickea Jackson. Matharu. Strong drive, couldn't get the finish. Powell, beautiful feed. Jackson with the finish. Here's Correa. Finally able to score. Spear. Foul call. That is 18 of 20. Matharu open for the free throw line. That won't drop. But Faith Doot is the one who comes away with the rebound. 10 on the shot clock. Powell, strong drive, trip to the free throw line. That is going to be the 5th on Warren, so Kindred and Warren have fouled out. In this quarter, Tennessee is 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Rimdahl over Key for 2.
Over Key and with Rickea Jackson closing in from behind.
So you're telling me there was a little degree of difficulty,
Just
a little sense of urgency perhaps to get rid of the shot.
And speaking of, Florida's got to pick up the defense right now.
Yeah,
Down 7.
And less than 2 to go. Time is running out very quickly. Offensive foul. No basket. Jules Spear, a little too aggressive, gets called for the charge.
We're saying Florida needs to play with some sense of urgency. And you see Matharu get there, 2 feet set, squared up, plenty of time with the rotation over. That's one way to get a stop.
Rimdahl back outside Matharu. Powell extending the defense. Matharu rejected by Key. Tennessee kept it in play, but to Matharu. No reset of the shot clock. Open 3 Matharu. No. Spear across half court. Will wait for reinforcements and work some clock.
Heads up play by Spear to pull it out and work the clock.
Into the hands of Key. Spear defended by Correa. Final minute. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson backs in. That won't drop. And it was last touched by Florida. Tennessee ball.
I go for a quick steal, and if not, unfortunately, down 3 possessions, you got to go for a foul.
Against a team that's been perfect from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. They didn't get the steal. Shot clock now down to 11. Jackson will head to the free throw line. There is Key.
If I'm Florida here, I don't call the timeout. I get the ball in quick and just push pace.
Tennessee 12 for 12 from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. Matharu in the final minute. Back outside Correa. That won't drop from Reynolds. Jackson tried to knock it away into the hands of Spear, who is fouled by Rimdahl. Well, I'm sensing a theme for the Lady Vols this season. Fall behind by double digits in the first half and figure out a way to win by double digits by the time the game is over.
Sports is entertainment, right? I guess maybe they're doing that for the TV audience.
That's going to be a foul on Rickea Jackson. So 1 of 2 on the other end for Spear. She's at the 20-point mark for the second straight game. So Florida will bring some pressure, try to get a turnover here. It is a final, by the way, in Lexington as they get it into Rickea Jackson. And there is the foul by Florida.
Dictate the game based on their defensive pressure.
So Vandy, as you know, will be here January 21st against Tennessee. I'm circling that date, February 18th at Memorial Gymnasium, when Tennessee, which always draws a huge crowd to Nashville, take on a Vanderbilt team that had over 4,000 people at their game on Sunday to see their win over Florida. Matharu for 3. Thrown up to Puckett. No need to score, but she will. To put a bow on this one for the Lady Vols. Tamari Key is fouled with 6.3 to go. 25 of 29 for the game. Tennessee making their free throws. Key gets 1 of 2. 9 points for Tamari. Matharu looking for some final points, and she will get it. Count it for 3 for Aaliyah Matharu. She'll finish with 23, but it's a victory for Tennessee.